even though they may have had their ethnicity, that was to be wiped away as well. They were to become Austrian, Russian or German or Prussian or whatever it was at that time, potentially even Swedish but not Polish. Yeah, that culture was to be gone and done and finished with. Yeah. Now, obviously, with the advent of the First World War, Central European or Central Western powers saw fit to maybe weaken the position of the Russian and Germans, respectively, and therefore they allowed Poland, but in a bit of a puppet position, they allowed them to obviously have their independence, Anyway, moving on. Independence coincided with the commence of the bloodiest conflict-ridden century in recorded history, as World War I, swiftly followed by World War II just a few decades later, was unfortunately next on the horizon. Throughout these abominable times, the Polish proletariat was again stripped of his or her cultural dignity and national pride, as they were once again at the nucleus of an existential territorial influence, fought out this time by Hitler's dreaded Nazi regime and their obsessive, suicidal death march towards Moscow. In the end, as Napoleon endeavoured a century before, the Russian natural defences paid dividend once again, as the Russic winter general months of January and February riddled the hypothermic bones of the Wehrmacht ground offensive, as well as rendering the ill-equipped with hands glued together by frost. So, famously in the 1800s, early 1800s, Napoleon conquered Prussia. Next was Poland, but he had good relations. France and Poland built good relations on the basis of probably solidifying themselves to then obviously go on and take an offensive towards Moscow and Russia. Napoleon overstretched, long and short of it, and the Russians were able to resist, even though they did enter Moscow. However, due to the conditions and not being equipped, Napoleon had to retreat. On retreat, they suffered severe casualties, and that's the long and short of it. And the same happened again with Germany almost 100 or so years ago. They tried to march on Russia, and due to the conditions as well, the Russian winter, the harshness of it offers a protection as well, Right, so